Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, heading right on into our Wednesday evening. And after a very warm, very humid, very breezy Wednesday afternoon, I tell you what, that is your forecast also heading into your Wednesday evening. Temperatures easing down through the 70s. A southerly wind stays up. But I think we remain dry as we go through the evening. There may still be a very limited opportunity of a stray thunderstorm in our western counties as we go through the evening. We're going to talk about that coming up. But I think more importantly, we may have a more enhanced opportunity of thunderstorms tomorrow, Thursday, and the opportunity of severe weather, even specifically here in the Metroplex, may be increasing for tomorrow, Thursday. So I do want to go over those details again very carefully over the next few minutes and as we go through the hour as well. But again, like I mentioned, as we go through this evening, we'll call it warm, we'll call it breezy, but again, relatively quiet, right? And depending on where you were in North Texas today, it was anywhere from hot, like out in Breckenridge, daytime high right around 90, to we'll call it mild up in the Paris area. 73 was their daytime high. Again, you can see here in the Metroplex, generally mid 80s for daytime highs. So a lot of the low gray stratus cloud cover from this morning cleared out. We've got a mix of mid-level cumulus cloud cover. It's streaking off to the north. We've got a dry line. You can see the little black line. It's now approaching our far western counties. But notice here as well, the area of yellow that's highlighted from the Storm Prediction Center. A few thunderstorms. If any storms do form today, it appears as though they're going to be up in Oklahoma. Maybe only one or two, but they are highlighting the area north of the Red River. In fact, there is a tornado watch that's now being issued for parts of Oklahoma. And again, because of that, again, the way it looks right now, the bulk of any active weather, even though it could only be a storm or two, does stay north of the Red River. Again, here locally in North Texas, we're still going to be watching the dry line, of course, separating the warm, moist, unstable air from the bone dry desert air. You can see the actual dry line now approaching our western counties. But again, I think we do remain quiet as we go through the evening. Now, if a storm were to form, even here in North Texas, from the Storm Prediction Center, we do have a risk of severe weather. And again, the primary concern would be large hail up to the size of golf balls. So again, we're still monitoring this. We're still tracking this carefully, even for our friends out here to the west. But again, right now, the latest data just continues to indicate that we just don't see a storm develop in our western counties. The model here running you through the evening, again, simply put, showing the same thing, right? Just no development out to the west. So again, we'll track that carefully as we go through the evening. Now, outside of that, as we get into tomorrow, Thursday, watching this big upper level storm system off to our north, you can see this big area spin. Here's a cold front. The cold front is now approaching parts of Oklahoma. It'll sweep through Oklahoma tonight, and tomorrow it's going to be moving into North Texas by around 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. On the northern sides of the Metroplex, that cold front will begin to light up with thunderstorm activity. And again, for tomorrow, Thursday, the opportunity of severe weather. Again, you can see it's a little more pronounced, right? A larger area of North Texas under the gun tomorrow. And again, the opportunity of what appears to be large hail. And I really want to stress that because a lot of folks, especially during the middle part of the afternoon, will be at work. And even here in the Metroplex, we may be dealing with severe weather in progress through the middle part of the afternoon. So again, large hail is a big concern. Damaging wind gusts tomorrow is a concern. And again, there may be a tornado warning or two, simply put, cannot be ruled out. But let me go and show you the model. By 2 p.m., here comes the front. Look at the front light up activity in the Metroplex. This will be a slow moving front, so the opportunity of even prolonged thunderstorm activity will be there through the afternoon, through the evening. Then as we get into the overnight, there goes the front, and simply put, that is going to be the end of the precipitation. As we get into Friday, we will be completely dry heading into the weekend. Again, we'll talk more about the weekend coming up. So here we go as we go through the overnight. Again, lows generally in the 60s. It's going to be a pretty balmy, pretty humid, pretty windy overnight. Daytime highs tomorrow generally back in the 80s around the area. There's that likely opportunity of rain and storms developing as we go through the day. And then behind the front, take a look at some of these cooler overnight lows. This would be Thursday night into early Friday morning, 50s and 60s. And then simply put, just not quite as warm as we get into Friday with daytime highs generally in the 70s. But we are completely dry as we get into Friday. So again, an opportunity of rain, storms, severe weather tomorrow. Again, we'll call it milder into Friday. Cooler, though, as we head into the weekend. Could be some cloud cover, maybe even a few showers around on Sunday. A daytime high there of only 62. And you can see even heading into next week, things remain unsettled. More on all this coming up.